Hey, good morning guys, welcome back. You can see we got something a little different going on here today. This is a Kitchenaid coffee grinder. It's a model A9. They call it a coffee mill. But we're going to end up taking this one completely apart. This one's going to end up being red and black when it's finished. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in and just show you that show you guys that this thing actually works. Just want something down here to catch the ground coffee coming out. As you can see, it definitely grinds up coffee well. Clean that up a bit. Get her unplugged. Just want to be really careful with this jar here. There we go. Get the jar off and just set it aside. We're going to be doing a lid on that too, but I can get that apart later. Let's see what stuff can come out of here. Looks like there's some beans stuck down in there. There we go. Trying to clear out what we can out of the inside of this. Okay, there's a whole cup of coffee there. I can dump this. It's starting to smell pretty good back here now. Alright, this thing has a screw sticking up out of the middle here. I'm not sure, how original. I'll have to take a look at pictures of these and see, let's see how original that is right there. But anyways, we'll figure it out. I'm going to take this ring off the top here. This is the adjustment for your grind. There we go. Once you take that set screw out, this thing just seems to unscrew. Alright, if you look down here, you can actually see the grinding blade right here. And there's the other half of it right there. And I guess your grind, as you tighten, raise or lower this, that's the size of your grind. If you want it coarse or fine, higher up off of here would, of course, it'd be coarse, and then the closer you get, the finer it is. And we've got some spring-loaded pins. Here that would keep the tension on it. Fortunately, springs doesn't want to come out quite yet, so we'll get to that later. I'll show you the bottom of it here too. It's a spec 3516, volts 116, amps 1125, model A9 Kitchenaid, manufactured by Hobart. So there we go. Alright, wait till I get this out of here. There's a square jam nut down here. I'm not really sure what the story with that is. But like I said, we find out, do a little research on that. With those two screws out, I assumed the blade would have lifted right off, but it doesn't. So it looks like it should. So I'm going to try something different here. Alright, so there we go. You can basically, I'm not sure, these two screws here must be to replace the teeth from here. This must be replaceable, or must have been replaceable at one time. And basically I just use this screw to leverage this up off the shaft down in there. So it's interesting that it appears that you can actually replace these, or could have at one time. I'm not sure that you can find these anymore, but we'll go ahead and put these screws back in there since we're obviously not going to be replacing this cutting blade on here, or this grinding blade. Alright, there's some more coffee debris down in there. I'll tell how old that is. It looks like there's a pin down in here too. I'm going to go ahead and remove. So it's set up like the Kitchenaid mixers, where you got a pin that goes through the shaft and it just keeps everything locked together. Alright, I believe our upper part is done for now. And we've got a pin we're going to have to get out of here. Let's see if I can get that out. Or if I'm going to have to drive it out. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to drive that out with a little tap. Alright. Might as well start by popping out these feet. That's all there is to these rubber feet. And they're actually still really rubbery. Take the ring off the switch. That's interesting, the way the switch is set up on here. It's like the base is notched to fit around the switch, and the switch goes down here at the bottom. But, you know, I guess it works, so. I've got 4 screws in the bottom. One of which doesn't seem to want to back out. So that means there's a hole there that's stripped. But there was 2 because all the screws that come out of there look like that, except for one, which is slightly different. Alright. Let's see. Pull a bunch of cord through here. Let's see if this just comes apart for us or not. There we go. And that's pretty much all there is to the inside here. Looks like the wiring seems to be decent. I'll have to get to more of the cord, see what the cord connects here and make sure that's okay. If not, then we can just replace the cord. Looks like the brushes are held in place with a little pin. Strangely enough, it's a cotter pin where the head is pointing down. So to get to the brushes and to get the shaft out, it's got these little ears that come through here and that are then bent over or twisted, so we just have to straighten those out. You can really see on this side. Okay, let's see if we can get it out now. Okay, we're halfway there. There we go. And there's our other bushing right there. And you see it's held on with a strap with 2 screws, so we can get to that and oil up that wick really good there. Alright, I'm going to pull this armature out. I guess it's not coming out that way, but it's getting in the way of these. I mean, you can see it just dropped down below the brushes, but that's where I should be able to get these cotter pins out now for these brushes. Okay. One. Alright, there's the brush. You can see it looks, it's got decent length. So I'm going to assume the other one is the same. I'll know for sure as soon as it comes out. Okay, cotter pins out. Yeah, and that brush is just as long. Alright. Now we get the armature out of there and check it. It doesn't really look worn there, but we get that all polished up now. Okay, just taking a look at the cord here. The cord actually is covered with this protective sleeve here, kind of like a heat shrink. But looking at this part right here, really it still looks nice and flexible. It's not cracking or anything like that. So we'll have to take a closer look at that and see if we're going to replace that or not. And the switch will probably just get something in here to give the switch a good cleaning to make sure that works good. And it looks like the blades on this part are replaceable as well. Of course, they're packed full of ground coffee. Well, they seem to be on there pretty good. Alright, and there's what your blade looks like. I see marked on the back A9 Mill, this is the Kitchenaid A9 Coffee Mill. Alright, so this piece is ready to get cleaned up, and we're going to tape all this part off here, and we'll get this in the blaster. Take also finish off, and then this will end up getting powder coated satin black. And on here we're going to have to get our cord out now, so I'm going to have to disconnect it from here. Alright, so we've got the cord off, and while it doesn't seem to be brittle or anything, there's a spot right here that's pretty mashed and the coatings wore off, so we're going to end up replacing this cord on that anyways. And as of now, this part right here is pretty much ready to go. We're just going to give it a little clean up and spray some cleaner down in that switch. On here we've got this grommet, which we're going to be replacing, of course, but it's got to come out. You can see it's pretty dry and brittle, but we've got new grommets, so we'll be able to replace that. And we've got the bushing down inside here. Definitely want to get this out. It's held in with this metal clip. There's the wick, which is obviously bone dry. And there's a little bushing, or just a little bronze bushing. And that's it. The inside of this is now empty. So all we have to do is get our little pin out that holds this door on, because these parts will be doing separately. Alright, we've now got this Kitchenaid coffee grinder all finished up here. We've got you know, the oil wicks and the bushings at the top and bottom lube. Got the armature all polished up and everything. Everything else is cleaned up. We got a 3-prong grounded cord on here, grounded, and we got some coffee beans in here in the jar. So let's go ahead and give this a test. As you see, I've already, you know, going through trying to get some adjustments right on it. But let's go ahead and give this a test and see what happens. Okay, so you can see it grinds it up pretty good. That's set on fine. Let's go to medium. You can see medium is, you know, considerably. Of course, I don't know if you can see that on here or not, but okay. So let's try to get this. See if we can capture this. This is on course right now, so we'll see. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the difference in what comes out of here or not, but maybe I can do this a different way. Okay, that right there would be coarse grind. And if we go all the way over to fine, there you can see fine. Fine looks like kind of what you get in like Maxwell House cans and stuff like that. But anyways, it's yeah, it's pretty cool little gadget here. These are pretty desirable. I mean, anytime you find them, they go for a premium. And you know, it's nice to have one that looks this good and is working. Got it dusted off now. I got coffee grinds all over it. But also having the original intact jar is a nice find as well. But anyways, you know, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and let us know that you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you can see the other stuff that we got coming up here as well. I'm going to have to get this all cleaned out here. Obviously, you know, grinds will stay up in there, so I'll get it all cleaned out and everything and get it ready to go back to the owner. But anyways, thanks for watching, and as always, I appreciate it, and we will see you guys on the next one.